There you are, sweetheart. I kinda knew I'd find you here. How? Well, you always come here when you're sad, you know? When the world lets you down, when you're feeling scared, when you can't find a way out, you can always at least seem to find your way here, right? Mind if I join you? Things are looking pretty bleak, I know. This isn't the answer you wanted. It's not the answer I wanted. It isn't the outcome either of us wanted. I mean, you saw me. When the results were in, I was devastated. I mean, how could something like this happen? How could my country let me down like this? How could people have voted for a man who said what he said, who did what he did, who stood for what he stands for? I am scared. For our future, for our friends, for our safety, but I've had a few days to think about it, and I did a lot of research, and I think I have a better understanding of things. I'm not quite as terrified as I was. I'm not feeling as hopeless as I did. I'm still struggling to find a silver lining to all of this, but I can see how a path to getting there is possible. Did you want to hear it? I mean, if you need more time, just let me know, and I'll be perfectly happy to just sit here and hold you, or to listen, or to give you some more time to yourself. I mean, this is a tragedy, a genuine loss, and like with any grieving, it takes time to get to acceptance and coping. So if you need that time, you let me know. I'll be here. I'll always be here, and when you're ready, come to me. And I'll fix what I can and help you through what I can't, okay? You do want to hear it? Okay. Okay, now bear with me, because I'm still working through this myself, and there are some things that are still going to be scary no matter what. There's no walking away from the phrase, President Trump, without a few bruises. But there is some hope out there. So, okay, look at our friends. Our social circles. You see a lot of despair, a lot of rage, a lot of disgust, and a lot of fear. But I thought about it, and out there's a huge part of America that's feeling victorious, joyful, liberated, hopeful, optimistic. I mean, even finally optimistic after what they might have seen as 8 years of an oppressive regime. And these aren't monsters, at least not all of them. There's monsters on both sides, to be fair, but a lot of these people, they're real, 3D, living, breathing people with opinions and lives and livelihoods, with problems and fears, with their own joys and victories. At the very core of this problem, at the very heart of it, lies the fact that we don't know these people, or that we see them as apart from us. But I'll get back to that. That's important, but there are bigger, more relevant fears. First things first. Baby. I've thought about it some, and we're not moving to Canada. We knew we weren't anyway. We were just scared when we said that. This is still a great country. There's still plenty to be proud of. There's still people to love and protect, and now, more than ever, it needs people to fight. And yeah, I know, she won the popular vote. It's true, our electoral college system is really and truly fucked, and we need to replace it. But if she had lost the popular vote and won the electoral vote, we wouldn't be complaining, right? We can't just protest the system when we lose. But yes, we need to make a bigger, larger attempt to fix it. Replace it, even. I mean, it's how he won. Part of it, anyway. Trump had a strong message that really spoke to the fears of a great portion of our nation, and Hillary simply didn't. He played dirty, and she treated him like a joke. I mean, hell, we all did, you know? SNL, the internet, everybody did. But that kind of belittled the opinions of so many, you know? Now, that doesn't mean we'll never see a female president. I think the world's ready for one. Absolutely it is. I just don't know that Hillary's the right choice for the job. I mean, she was always flawed. Not quite as flawed as her opposition, not by far, but when we lost Bernie the way we did, well, it really hurt us. It divided our own team, and it left an opening for the other team to swoop in and take the win. It sucks, and it's painful, and there are so many coulda, shoulda, wouldas, you know, but at the end of the day, that's what happened. Now, brace yourself. We're going to dig into some specifics here. This part isn't so great. I have the same fears you do. That he doesn't know how to be a world leader. That's true. But I thought about it, and no president who's come into office knows 100% of the things they're supposed to know. At best, they'll know 10%, and they'll surround themselves with trustworthy people to provide the remaining 90%. Now, with Trump, it might be more like he'll know 2%, but that remaining 98%, the rest of the executive branch, I mean, they'll have the expertise of any other administration. And when it comes to things like the Supreme Court, yeah, I mean, that'll be bad. But every president elects one or two people to the court, and it's rare for any one political party to win more than 2 terms in a row, so we were kinda due for a couple of conservative justices. They probably won't be our first picks, far from it, but we live in a democracy where half the people are socially conservative, so, well, this is what we've got. Trump himself isn't really socially conservative, so maybe he'll surprise us. Sure, you know, the president has a lot of power and a lot of pull, but he's not the sole decision maker of the country. We have a strong, old and worn out, but strong system of checks and balances specifically written so that no one person, no one president can rip America to pieces. Now with Trump, he's especially terrifying, right? He can do a lot of damage, a huge amount of damage. But so can any president. Many have, and we're still standing, you know? We've survived a civil war, slavery, 2 world wars, a handful of crippling recessions, 9/11, and a whole lot of really shitty presidents. We'll survive Trump. Now, I know you're scared. I'm scared. Not just for us, but for our friends, for our family. There's people out there right now, and they're hurting. Some emotionally, some physically. There's a lot of backlash, and we all need to stay safe and stay close. You come here. Come here. I've got you. This rage in the streets will die down, but not before a few more eggs are broken. And for now, I need you to stay here with me, my little eggy weg, so I can keep you safe. Trump is one man. America isn't the president, and it isn't the government. It's 320 million people, and those people won't let them round up our minority friends. The world is trending towards acceptance, and this is just the old guard's final cry of defiance. But, here, look at this. I saw this online, and it really gave me hope. See this map of America? Mostly blue, right? Like in a huge way, it's blue. This is a map showing how America would have voted if only the millennial generation stood up. What you're looking at is our future. And it's looking pretty good. These problems of stupidity, of racism, of sexism, of xenophobia, of homophobia, they're a generational problem. We'll live in a future where acceptance is the way. But we'll have to fight through some bad times to get there. In the meantime, we'll band together. We'll keep each other strong and keep the dream alive. And though some may fall, some may hurt, some may feel scared, we'll continue to move forward. We're destined for it. Now, we get back to the core of it. I've been checking my feed, and I'm sure you see it on yours too. The hate. There's so much anger out there. People hating Trump supporters. People abandoning friends and family because of their beliefs. Now, Trump did say hateful things. Lots of hateful things. And he won over some really hateful people that way. But he also stood for a lot more than just those things. In many people's minds, he stood for hope and change. Exactly what Obama stood for millions of voters back in 2008. Which is why I think it's time for some reflection. Over 50 million people with kids and parents and jobs and dogs and piano lessons and episodes of Westworld to watch and dentist appointments and birthday parties to attend. Over 50 million real, actual people voted for Trump. Now, it's fair to be upset. I think we all will be for some time yet. But in order to really get to the core of this, I think... Baby, I think you and I and all of us really need to ask ourselves, why did that 50 million vote for Trump? Who are these people, and how can we teach them? And what can we learn from them, you know? In the coming 4 years, there will be change. It won't all be great. But something that won't change is that I'll always be here. And I'll always love you. Our friends and family will still love us. We'll still love them, and we'll all still need each other. We'll still be strong. We'll still fight for our beliefs and our rights, and we'll still be working towards that blue America we're destined for. Now, just lay back. Let me hold you. And let's cuddle in this safe place for now. When we're ready, we'll stand up and we'll begin the fight for our future. But for now, we're safe. We're here. And we'll be all right.